Dome Sports Talk, worldwide, with some NBA news. We still are previewing the Western Conference. It's playoff time, y'all. So let's get at it, right? Let's get to the next series in the Western Conference. You got the third seed versus the sixth seed. Houston Rockets versus OKC Thunder, right? What is it? James Harden versus Russell Westbrook. It's going to be an exciting series. I think, though, to sum it up, I think Houston wins this one in 6, right? I think Russell Westbrook will will his team to 2 wins. I do think that, it's a matchup of what kind of system is going to work out. I think that Houston just has too much firepower, sharpshooters on the perimeter, right? You high pick and roll and you're throwing it to a Trevor Ariza, a Ryan Anderson, a Eric Gordon, right? And to a lesser extent, even Beverly. He's not offensively challenged, as opposed to the guys that Westbrook is throwing it out there to. You throw it to Roberson, man. If it ain't a dunk, this dude don't even make free throws, let alone threes. Very rare. So I think that, are you going to be Ryan Anderson versus Taj Gibson and the other bigs? Are they going to be coming out to get on Ryan Anderson? And is Ryan Anderson going to be able to defend on the block, right? That's a very interesting thing. So can OKC pound them on the block, pound them on the inside, and force their will on them, or are they just going to succumb to this open offense, spread, all right, and penetrate, kick, double pass, somebody's open, and whoever shoots the ball is a great shooter? Very simple tactic. Right? But you can't do nothing about it, especially in the rules we have today. Matter of fact, Houston is probably the only team that would be able to rival Golden State in terms of firepower on the perimeter and shooting. Just to call it straight up what it is, shooting. Houston have a lot of good shooters. So like I say, this series is going to be a battle of wills. But I do think when it comes to playoff time, it's firepower, the second unit, things like that when they come in. A guy like on OKC, somebody is going to have a great series from the perimeter. A McDermott or an Abrines are going to have to play out of their mind, right? So the Houston defense doesn't have to pack it in. Let's see if this is possible. But like I say, if I was a betting man, unfortunately, don't like to bet against Westbrook. But when I'm looking at it, I would say Houston will win this one in 6, right? All right, guys, let's go on to the next series, the closest one. The 4th seed against the 5th seed. The LA Clippers, right? Los Angeles Clippers versus Utah Jazz. Now, this is a good one, right? This is a good one. You're going to have good matchups. I got the Clippers in 7, right? LA is a thing. But I'm looking at it like LA's gelling at the right time, but so is Utah. This is going to be a very good series. You got 2 guys down low. Gobert is up for Defensive Player of the Year, and I don't know why nobody, DeAndre Jordan is up for it every year, right? They're very similar. The teams don't really go to them on the block that much unless they're throwing lobs. I think that's what the LA Clippers would have to do to enforce their will on this and make people have to defend DeAndre Jordan, but Utah as well, right? I think this is a pretty even series, hence the 4th and 5th seeds, right? This is, you got a lot of players, when any team that Boris Diaw is on, to be honest with you, because Boris Diaw is just very smart. They're going to probably be putting them in to defend Blake Griffin a little bit. You guys think it's crazy, but when somebody has a high basketball IQ, they're very valuable, no matter what team they go to. So Boris Diaw coming off that bench, and they got a lot of, what's the guy that shoots real good, old school guy, I can't think of his name right now. But definitely they are formidable on the starting 5 and the bench, and the Clippers as well. You got Jamal Crawford coming from there, Maurice Spates. They have to see what happens to Austin Rivers, because without Austin Rivers, the second unit is not as good. Right? So this is going to be a very close series. I think this is the one to watch. I got the Clippers in 7. I do think it's going to go 7. And another thing about the Clippers, they hope to get through this one. They pressure, right? They have all of the pressure. Utah doesn't have any pressure here at all. They've exceeded expectations this year by winning 50 games, right? The Clippers are finally healthy, right? Finally. There's no excuses. Hope no one gets hurt.